Hello and welcome, everyone. We're excited to have you here. Since we have quite a few registrations for today, maybe let's give everybody a few more minutes to join us. Yep, okay, all right. I see people joining us. And while we wait for the rest, I think it'd be interesting to know where you're all joining us from. If you're comfortable, leave us a quick message on chat to let us know what city and where you're joining us from. I'm here on the East Coast in the US, and we are joined by Navina on my team, who's all the way across the world in India. Great. I see that we have quite a few of you here already. All right. I I think we have quite a forum, and I think we're in a good place to get started. So I'm your host for today. I'm Devasmita, or Devi for short. I work on the marketing team at Twarna. I manage email marketing for the most part, and my background is in marketing operations. So I manage a little bit of the tech stack, right? With that, let's dive into our topic for today. So today's webinar is all about unlocking the full potential of NetSuite's saved searches, suite analytics, and dashboards. We'll dive into how these tools can enhance your data analysis, your reporting capabilities, and decision making, right? Across the webinar, I'll just dive into how we're going to progress. We'll start with saved searches and a demo, so we can show you how they're built and the filters and columns you can add. We have examples where we show you how to use saved searches for project validations and suitelet developments and so on. We also have use cases where we go into stuff that we've built for our own clients, specific examples of stock ledgers, suitelet reports, product category reports, and other saved searches. The next section will be on Suite Analytics. And again, there we have a use case for you where we show you how to use Suite Analytics for shared expense allocation. And the last part of the webinar will be on dashboards. So make sure that you're tuned in for the entire webinar because we have use cases. And the last part, we also then summarize just a comparison of safe searches, Suite Analytics, and dashboards. So make sure you have your cup of coffee and join us for this exciting ride. All right. So before we dive into this session, though, I'm going to take a quick minute to talk about our company and introduce 79 Consulting to you. We were founded in 2007 as Twarana, and we've now grown into what we call 79 Consulting with over 150 NetSuite experts. We specialize in all things NetSuite, in transforming business operations through cloud ERP solutions. Twarna continues to be our product innovation engine, while 79 Consulting delivers our global services. And for more information, you can find our full range of solutions on suiteapp.com by searching for Twarana. That's Tvarana, right? And a quick note for all those who are attending, please make sure that you post your questions in the chat box and we'll address them towards the end of the session. And in addition to that, one last thing, we do have a couple of polls sprinkled throughout the session, and it'd be lovely for you to take a quick minute to answer those polls for us. And with that, I think we're ready to jump right into our session. Today, I'm joined by Navina Bopanna, an expert in NetSuite's advanced features. Navina, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thanks, Devi. Hello, everyone. I am Navina, and I'm the project manager at Twarana, and I have 11 years of experience on NetSuite platform. So basically, I lead end-to-end project delivery from understanding the client needs, gathering requirements to ensure the timely execution and successful outcomes. So my focus is always on clear communication, strategic planning, and building strong relationships that drives client success. So today, we'll cover several things on the impact of standard reports, saved searches, suite analytics, and how all these can be pushed onto the dashboards. Okay, so now let's kick things off with NetSuite standard reports. So they're great for quick access to high-level data, but they can be quite limited when it comes to the customization. Devi, would you also agree with me?
Absolutely, Navina. I think you're right. I think standard reports are perfect for general performance tracking and compliance. But I think when businesses, what they really need is granular insights. And when it comes to that, that's when they need to look for tools like Safe Searches and Suite Analytics.
Exactly, right? Standard reports are like a good starting point for sure, but they can't always keep up with the dynamic need of growing businesses, right? So now let's dive into safe searches and see how they provide the flexibility that standard reports can't. Okay.
Yeah, I think safe searches, like you rightly pointed out, offer an incredible amount of flexibility. They can pull exactly the information that you need and present it in ways that typically standard reports can't. So, Navina, can you walk us through how companies use safe searches for more targeted analysis?
Of course, I can. So basically, a saved search in NetSuite is a smart way to find and organize the data that we care about, right? So we can use the saved searches to look through pretty much any type of records in the system, starting from the entities like customers, vendors, employees, or if you talk about the inventory, we also can use saved searches to pull out any stock details or system audit trails, login audit trails, and whatnot, right? So, and especially with saved searches, we can pull up the exact information using some criteria by adding some filters, adding custom columns into the results, right? We also can highlight the important details by using some coloring. We'll get to that later. But yeah, save searches also can be scheduled. So users will get some automatic email alerts when something changes in the system. And save searches also can be used to push the data into the custom fields or any scripts if we need something more advanced. So the bottom line here is safe searches are one of the most important tools and the useful tools basically in NetSuite for staying on top of our businesses without having to dig around all the time, right? So it reduces a lot of manual work as well to the users. So we are going to, in just a minute, dive into all the native features of searches, and we'll explore multiple useful scenarios as well where we can use safe searches in our real-time lives.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's a great overview, Navina. I think a lot of users don't realize just how flexible saved searches can be and how they go beyond just being a reporting tool. They can really drive automation and decision making across departments.
Exactly, and that's what we are going to explore today, right? So let's start by diving into some native features first, and then we'll jump on to real-time scenarios where safe searches shine. What I do is maybe I'll share my screen and show you guys how we can create a safe search in NetSuite first of all, and then let's take an example of how to get the overdue invoices from the system. And let me start sharing my screen. Give me a second, please. Okay. Devi, please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yeah, looks good.
Oh, thank you. All right. So I have logged in to one of our demo accounts as an administrator. So if you are seeing the different navigations or different tabs on the screen, it might be because of the role that I logged in. Okay, so this administrator have all the permissions. Basically, it's a classic center role, right? So before I begin, I would like to tell you that as I'm using the demo account, it might be a little slower. So just please have some patience while it loads. Okay, so let me just navigate to lists, save searches, and let me go to new because I would like to create a new saved search. And now NetSuite displays all types of records, transactions. We just have to pick one where we have to where we want to create a saved search. So let me select transaction because I would like to create a saved search to display all overdue invoices from a certain time period. Okay, so I just clicked on transaction, and first of all, so this is a transaction search, and we have to give the search name, the report name basically, and I will give it as overdue invoices. I would like to pull out the invoices which have to be paid by the customers from more than like 30 days. So whatever open invoices I have from last 30 days, I'll pull out all the results now. I just entered the name and I also enter the ID. Let's start with underscore overdue invoices, which is actually a good practice to give IDs in NetSuite whenever we are creating any custom fields, save searches or so. Okay, and also we have a few options, as you can see, right? Public. If you just click that public checkbox, we will be, any user will be able to access this saved search from the global search. Okay, we also have multiple options like available in the dashboards or show in reminders. So if you just click those, we'll be able to use these save searches to add them into the dashboards, to add them into the reminders portlet, right? So we can do those options. And we have criteria here where we have to give the conditions basically. So as I'm going to pull the overdue invoices, like I said, let me just select type is invoice. And then I will be selecting main line as true just to make sure I'm not getting any duplicate lines into my results. And then status is pending approval to make sure I am only getting the open invoices, not the paid ones. And the days open, let me just enter this status. Okay, and the days open, or the days overdue is basically like more than 30. So let's try to get the invoices which are open from more than like 30 days. And now let me go to the results section. And in the results, let me just remove all these columns because that's what gives a lot of columns. But I'm going to remove all of these and add whatever I want. Basically, I want to see the document number or the transaction number of the invoice, subsidiary, currency, amount, basically whatever fields that I would like to see on the save search results. I would add all of these columns. And as you can see on the top, meanwhile I add these details, we can also sort all the results by ascending or descending orders if we want. And if I want to see the total amount that is actually pending, we can just use that show totals checkbox to make sure we are seeing the total on the bottom row, right? And let me just click on save and run now. I would like to show you how the results would pop in here. So this is how basically we create a simple save search in NetSuite. So we'll just follow that navigation and use some criteria. We'll select all the results. And now you can see on the screen that I would be able to see all my open invoices, which are open from last 30 days and along with the amounts, right? And now let me edit the search again to show you some other important features of save searches. Okay, so we have available filters. Okay, and here we can add date as one of the filters so that if you open the save search, you will be able to, if you only want to see the invoices maybe created only this year or like this month or last month, if you want to add such kind of things, we can add here. And let me also go back to the highlighting section here. So by highlighting this key information like overdue invoices, so basically any businesses can quickly take action on the most pressing matters, right? So ensuring timely responses and efficient operations. So I would like to pull if any invoice has more than 10,000 USD amount, which we have to receive from the customers. Let's highlight that. So I'll take amount remaining is greater than 10,000. And I would like to highlight, I want NetSuite to automatically highlight that results using some color. Let me just take that any color. Let me pick red and click on add. And then let me just click on save and run once again to show you how NetSuite highlight the results based on the criteria that we have given, right? So this is one of the important features so that, it would be, operations would be definitely efficient. Users can see the information that exactly they want. So let me click on the edit the search again to show you one more important feature of NetSuite. So we can actually set up automatic email alerts and schedule these save searches. So with these email alerts, we don't have to constantly check NetSuite to stay updated. So basically, we can set up all these automatic email alerts that send out a detailed list of overdue invoices straight to our inbox daily, weekly, or even immediately when something new comes up.
This is great, Navina. I can already see the ability of adding filters and everything that you showed us just now can really help teams. And what I particularly like is how proactive this makes your team, right? You don't need to remember to check reports. The system nudges you, really.
Exactly, right? So it's like having a smart assistant sending reminders, but without any extra effort. Okay. And also, NetSuite provides a powerful feature called mass updates. I would like to highlight about that also in this webinar. We combined these mass updates with save searches, which becomes an efficient tool for making bulk record updates with minimal effort, basically. So let's say your inventory manager needs to update the purchase price across hundreds of items. So instead of opening each record one by one, they can just quickly run a save search to pull up all affected items, and then this use this mass update to apply that change in just a very few clicks, basically.
Wow, that's a game changer right there. I think we've all seen teams spend hours doing, manually updating things in NetSuite, and this could, I think, cut down what hours to say minutes even.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And not only just inventory, right? So you can use this for updating customer records, transaction statuses, classifications, and more. So it's all about making large scale changes scalable and error free. So I think you guys can see the screenshot on the screen, right?
Mhm.
Where how to create this mass update. It almost looks similar to the save search page. And using this, we can update the bulk content. And now, I also would like to talk about some advanced customizations that we can do with save searches. So, because save searches are not only just for reporting, right? So, they play a key role in advanced customizations, like they often used to drive the logic behind custom fields, scripts, and sublists on the records. So, with this approach, we can display or calculate data directly within a record, saving users time with very less clicks, right?
So, Navina, what you're saying is safe searches aren't just a back-end tool, and that you can actually use them to shape how users interact with records on the front end too.
Absolutely, that's what I was referring. So we are not just building reports, so we are enhancing the interface itself with real time and context specific data. So I think I can explain with some example, right? So for example, we have to help the finance team manage. We have a client who their finance team actually reaches us, so we to help their projects managing very efficiently. We developed a solution that prevents projects from being inactivated if certain financial conditions are met. So basically, the client needed visibility into their deferred revenue and deferred expenses linked to the projects, along with insights into any open purchase orders and sales orders tied to them. So to address this, we basically built two save searches, and one to display the deferred financial amounts and another to list all open purchase orders and sales orders related to that specific project. So using a workflow in the backend, so we tied these two save searches to a validation process that checks whether these conditions exist before allowing a project to be inactivated, right? So this ensures that no active financial transactions are missed, helping the finance team make informed decisions about a project's status.
Yeah, that's a great example. And I think what's interesting is it's not just automation, but it's automation with safeguards, right? You're not just saving time, you're actually reducing risk.
Exactly. So you understood it right. And it's not only just for finance, developers also can use this approach to streamline a lot of complex business rules. So, in a similar way, developers can leverage safe searches to make automation easier and more efficient. So, let me also show you explain you one real time scenario that we work for our clients to pull out the data from two different save searches, and we displayed the results on a single page using the scripts. So so the basically one of our clients needed a simple way to see both expense and revenue transactions together and make sure they're being released at the same time. So expenses were being handled through amortization concept in NetSuite, while revenues were managed using NetSuite's advanced revenue management bundle or module, right? So basically, to solve this, we built a custom suitelet that pulls information from save searches and shows everything in one place. So this made it easier for the team to compare and track related transactions side by side, helping them to stay on top of things and make sure nothing was out of sync, basically.
Yeah, and I'm sure that side by side view must have really helped with reconciliations too.
Exactly. So it gives a team single source of truth without needing to toggle between modules or run multiple reports. Right. So, Devi, we have pretty much covered the basic intro on initiating this webinar, and now it's time to dig into the same on our real-time application. What do you think?
Sounds good, Navina. Let's jump in.
Okay, sure. Now, I'm very excited to dive into the powerful and insightful reports we have designed specifically for inventory, manufacturing, and financial processes. So, basically, these reports help businesses to track the stock levels, optimize their production planning, manage their production or packing work orders, and gain real-time visibility into supply chain operations. So one of the most impactful customizations we have rolled out for several of our existing customers is the stock ledger report, a powerful tool that transforms the way businesses monitor and analyze their inventory movements. So we have it. NetSuite also have a stock ledger report in NetSuite, but we have a challenge with that. We can only view total quantities sold, quantities received, or currently on hand. Basically, we lack visibility into the specific transactions behind these changes. So this limits our ability to analyze trends, reconcile the inventory movement, or investigate the differences efficiently.
Right, and I'm guessing without that level of visibility, it's hard to pinpoint where things went wrong or went off, right? And you're just stuck making assumptions, really.
Oh, yes, definitely. So that's why we developed this custom suitelet that monitors the stock ledger. We replicated the native stock ledger report while offering detailed drill down transaction insights. So basically, this suitelet displays the item quantities for sales, receipts, and on hand values as well. So each of these values are clickable, so redirecting users to a detailed report page for that specific item and the transactions behind that value. Users also can download this report for their offline analysis or archiving and share it with other employees who do not have access to the NetSuite.
Interesting. That sounds incredibly helpful, especially for warehouse teams or external teams that don't have access to the system but still need access to the data.
Oh, yeah. So, and it creates a smoother handoff process between the departments too, right? So, we have a lot of advantages with this report that we built, right? So, we can view related transactions directly from this stock ledger suitelet, and no need to run or navigate to the multiple save searches manually. We also can get a centralized user-friendly interface for inventory visibility, and we also can use the filters that we have added into this report, like by date or by any classifications, right? So this dramatically cuts down the time spent digging through records, and what once took several minutes or hours also for few clients can now be accomplished in just a few clicks, which can be user friendly and understandable for everyone. That decreases manual effort and time. So now you will be able to see this stock ledger screenshots on the screen. So this is a screenshot, report that we have built. We have added filters like subsidiary, item, location, department, and we have multiple results showing different quantities, non-moving stock, or something like that. So we have, and whenever, like I said before, if we just click on this, click on any quantity, that will redirect to the detailed level of transactions as well. Okay, so let's move on to our second scenario, reporting on a specific product category like Apple products. So in this basically the requirement was to generate a detailed report focused on a specific product category, like Apple products. So the goal was to track quantity on hand, and then quantity sold to individual customers and institutional customers, also quantities returned by individual and institutional customers, right? So clients wanted this report every week to upload it to the Apple portal.
Wow, that's a pretty specific breakdown. So I'm guessing the team needed a quick way to slice their data both by customer type and product line.
Right. So that's why to meet that need, we built a filter driven Sweetlet where users can select parameters like date range and location. So based on these filters, the Sweetlet presents item level stock data along with all required metrics. So each number that will be shown on this report related to sales or returns is clickable again, like the stock ledger, and which can drill down to the show the exact transactions behind those figures. So even better, each transactions document number links directly to its original NetSuite record. So users can just click on that for full visibility. So the entire report can also be downloaded as a CSV or an Excel, making it easy to share it, upload it to the Apple portal, or we can use it offline for our faster operations.
Interesting. So you're not just seeing high level like summary numbers, but you're actually able to trace back every data point back to the source, right?
Yeah, that is the
Wow.
reason. Yeah, so that's why it's ideal for companies managing specific product categories like Apple, because it offers a consolidated view of sales, returns, and current stock levels, which also supports transaction level auditability and report exports. So now you will be able to see this Apple products sales and inventory report that we built. And like I mentioned, you will be able to see how the detailed transactions also comes when we just click on the detailed report. Okay, now
All right.
let me.
Actually, before Navina, sorry to cut you off there, but if I could take a moment to spring up a poll, I think it's an ideal time. You should see, all of you attending here, you should see a poll show up on your screen about now. If you could take a minute. All right. Okay, thanks, folks. And then back to you, Navina. So, Navina, maybe getting back to the webinar content, why do we even need to replicate standard NetSuite reports into saved searches?
Great question, Devi. So while standard reports in NetSuite provide valuable insights, they can't be accessed by scripts or any integrations, right? So that's where safe searches come into the picture, because they are customizable, allow advanced filtering, and give us a real-time data access. So let's take some financial reports. For example, NetSuite's default reports work well for ways in the system. But what if the business's needs something more nuanced, right? So let's discuss one real-time example that we did for our existing customers. Okay, in in many environments, especially those involving external systems like AWS or SFTP based applications, there is a need to extract financial data from NetSuite in a structured and automated manner. So, since standard NetSuite reports cannot be accessed by any Suite script or APIs, they really become a bottleneck for integration. So to overcome this, we have built safe searches such as GL balances for balance sheet and profit and loss. We have created them in a way that we replicated the structure and logic of native reports while remaining accessible to the scripts, basically. So these searches are then scheduled or triggered via scripts to generate CSV files or to generate JSON formats, which are automatically transferred to third-party platforms like AWS, S3 buckets, or SFTP servers. So this enables the seamless financial data sharing between NetSuite and the external systems. Also, these searches can be added to the dashboards, like for better reporting needs.
Great. So, Navina, looks like so far we've covered safe searches and custom reports. So, what's the next level up in NetSuite reporting?
That would be Suite analytics, right? So while safe searches and reports are great for pulling data, Suite Analytics takes it further. It's all about real time, interactive, and flexible insights. So, NetSuite's Suite Analytics is a powerful built in tool that helps you analyze and make sense of the data in our NetSuite accounts. So, instead of just running basic reports or manually shifting through the data, Suite Analytics gives us a way to dig more deeper and get actionable insights in real time.
Interesting. So it sounds like it's a built-in BI layer for NetSuite.
Exactly. So think of it as a smart assistant for your business data, right? So whether you're tracking sales performance, financial health, or customer trends, Suite Analytics helps us visualize and interpret your data very easily. So it combines the simplicity of dashboards and the power of custom reports and safe searches and the flexibility to uncover trends and take quick actions as well. So it's all about making faster and better decisions without any manual effort.
Hmm. So to help us understand Suite Analytics better, can you give us an example where you've seen it be a game changer?
Definitely, Devi. One great use case was with shared expense allocations across departments. So, in many organizations, finance teams need to understand the source department where the expenses originates, right, and the destination departments who receives these allocations and the allocation weight. Like head count, usage percentage, like square footage, in etc. So, Suite Analytics actually helps us to derive such kind of informations.
And I'm guessing safe searches couldn't fully deliver this.
No, unfortunately not. So safe searches can retrieve like parts of this data for sure, like
Hmm.
source departments and weights, but they fall short when it comes to pulling all elements together in one view. So like source department, destination department on like allocation basis. So this impacts like reporting accuracy, validation of how expenses were split, the finance team's ability to optimize allocation models as well.
So how did Suite Analytics solve it?
So we were able to create a workbook in NetSuite to consolidate this information. So basically, the workbook provides full visibility into the source and destination departments, allocation weights, or the percentages. And it provides a clear and interactive breakdown of how shared expenses flow across the business. And it turned out to be a fragmented process into one unified view, interactive, filterable, and audit ready as well. And I think you can see on the screen how we were able to create this workbook. Okay, all right. So hope you all got a good overview of Suite Analytics and how it can add value to your NetSuite experience. And if you have any questions or would like to know more about specific use cases, feel free to drop them in the chat box. We are happy to dive deeper and share more examples with you.
Thank you, Navina. That was super helpful, particularly you going over the use cases, I think really helped us understand the benefits and how powerful Suite Analytics can really be. But before moving on to the next section, I would like to share a poll question for the users, and you should all be seeing it now. So if you all could take a quick minute for this poll question. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Devi.
Mhm.
Now, let's shift gears, and talk about one of the most underrated powerful features in NetSuite, right? Which is dashboards. So we'll walk through how you can use them to get quick insights, like how to track KPIs and make your daily work a whole lot easier. Uh, Many businesses worldwide are underutilizing these NetSuite's dashboards, despite them being a free built-in feature designed to streamline decision making, right? So this powerful tool helps organizations move away from manual reporting and embrace real-time interactive insights without the need for third-party add-ons. So let me explain one real-world example from one of our clients that we have seen, right? So they really have had a complex approval hierarchy, 10 levels in total. Can you believe that?
That's a lot of approvers. And I'm guessing visibility was a major issue.
Exactly, right? So each level had its own approver. So they needed a quick, efficient way to see which transactions were awaiting their review. So instead of having them dig through records or navigate different screens, we built custom dashboards for each role in NetSuite. So behind the scenes, we created saved searches that automatically filtered transactions based on who is logged in, their specific approval level. So these searches surface items like purchase orders, vendor bills, expense reports, so all filtered to show only the specific records requiring their approval.
Right. So when users log in, they only see what they need to see instead of hunting around for what needs action, right?
Yeah, right. Each person lands on a dashboard that includes a specific list of their portlets showing just the items that they're responsible for. Like no extra clicks, no digging. It's a simple data, but it made a big difference. Like faster approvals, lesser follow-ups, clear visibility at every level. So everyone was instantly knows what's exactly on their plate for that day when they log in.
And does this work for other types of monitoring too?
Oh yeah, why not, right? So in NetSuite, we have a concept called dashboard tiles, and they're a great way to keep important information front and center, right? Especially when tracking records needs these approval processes. As you can see in the image now, each tile shows the number of pending items like purchase orders, vendor bills, like journal entries. So users know what needs attention the moment whenever they log in. So this basically avoids delays by eliminating the need to manually running these reports, navigating through multiple menus. So everything is right there on the dashboard in a clean and readable format. And don't forget, any saved search that we build can be added to the dashboard for better visualization. Okay, now let me just quickly show you the CEO dashboard the CFO dashboard that we have built in one of our demo accounts. So in NetSuite, KPIs on the CFO dashboard make it very easy. Devi, let me know if you can see my screen.
Not yet.
Okay,
Yep.
can you see it now?
Now.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So this is a dashboard that we have built, and we can add these key performance indicators, reminders, KPI meters, trend graphs, and these dashboards are definitely customizable, and any user can personalize their own dashboard, right? So let me just quickly tell you about the KPIs that we have on screen, right? So the KPIs on the CFO dashboards basically makes it easy to keep an eye on key financial metrics without digging through the reports, right? So this dashboard shows real-time numbers for things like cash flows, revenues, profit and profit margins, budget versus actuals, whenever you log in. So this means CFOs can quickly spot trends or issues and make informed decisions faster. We also have trend graphs, which are a great way for CFOs to see how these financial metrics are moving over time. So instead of just showing one number, they give you a visual timeline, like tracking revenue month by month or watching how expenses change throughout the year. This helps like to spot patterns like seasonal dips or steady growth without a need to pull all full reports, right? So we also have some advantages on dashboards, right? So dashboards are not just visual, they're functional, real time, and easy to manage as well, right? So we can see all live data at a glance, saves time, they're easy to understand. We can drill into the details, we can share all these, publish the dashboards with the other users. It's not like the hard work, right? So we can just simply click on that personalized link, and then customize our own dashboards.
Exactly. And I think the best part is that it's all native to NetSuite, right? You're getting more out of the system you already use every day. So I think that's really cool. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
sorry, were you going to add more about dashboards?
No. I think we're good. Thank you.
All right, folks. So that brings us to the end of today's session. We've covered a lot. Thank you, Navina. That was great. We've gone over replicating standard reports with safe searches to using Suite Analytics for deeper insights and role-based dashboards that drive real-time decision-making. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. If you have any questions or you want help building out custom reports or dashboards for your team, we're always here to help you. We have up on our screen here different ways that you can contact us. You can email us. You can visit our website. But before we close out, we're going to hang around for a bit in case any of you have any questions. Please feel free to add it to the chat message, and we'll hang around to field some of your questions here. I'm going to turn off my camera. Goodbye from us. But like I said, we're going to hang around. Feel free to chat us your questions, and we hope to see you in a future session with us.